Hello, and welcome back. Today we will be discussing borders in Microsoft Excel. Borders are a great way to add structure to your data. And Microsoft Excel offers you the ability to apply a standard border or to customize your own. Today we will be diving in and taking a look at these options. But before we begin, I would like to show you different avenues to access the tools we will be using for this lesson. So let's head up to the Home tab, and let's go to the Font group. And as you can see, the little window pane, that is your border icon. Now you can also reach the tools for borders by clicking the arrow in the lower corner of the Font group. Let's go ahead and click it. Now, as you can see, you have multiple tabs. What we'll be focusing on for this group is the Border tab. I'm going to show you one more way to access this section, and then we'll get started. So let's go ahead and click inside of a cell. Let's say K17. As you can see, my cell address confirms my location. Okay, so from here, I'm going to right-click. And then I'm going to say Format Cells. This takes you to the exact section that we were just in. It's just a different way to access the area.
I'm going to go ahead and highlight cell B2. Now this is a merge cell, so it looks like one large cell, but it's actually merged. We will get into merging cells in a later video. Let's just go ahead and select the cell. I'm going to get my drop down. Now what I want to apply to this border is one thick frame. So let's get the drop down, and we're going to go to the second section of the borders, and we're going to select thick outside borders. Okay, so next I want to apply a bottom border to my secondary headers. So let's go ahead and select cell B4. Okay, and my cell address confirms my location. Now again, this is a merge cell. Now we will definitely get into this in the following video. But for now, let's just go ahead and select the cell. Let's go up to our icon and get the drop down. Now I want to select the option from the bottom borders this time. And I want to go with a double bottom border. So let's go ahead and select this from the third section, which will be the first item from the third section. Okay. I'm going to go over to Loan Summary cell, and that is G4. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this cell. Now let's go ahead and select G4. Again, my cell address confirms my location. Now because I used the bottom border last, I don't necessarily need to click this time because the option that I would like to choose is already available to me. So in this case, I would just need to click the icon. Okay, so as you can see, it applied the border without me getting the drop down this time. Okay, so next I would like to apply a border to my categories. And what I'm going to do is apply a full border to the category, but then I'm going to surround it with a thick frame. So I'll show you how that's done. Let's go ahead and left click inside of B13. And then let's hold our left click down and drag it across till we get to K13. Okay, so now I want you to go up to your border list, get your drop down, and then we're going to select all borders. So now as you can see, it applies the border to each individual category. Next, what I would like to do is apply a border around the entire frame to give it a different look. So again, let's go ahead and select B13, drag it all the way down. Let's go up to our borders, and this time we're going to select the thick outside border. Okay, so now you can see you have the individual borders in addition to the thick frame around the entire section. Okay, so next I would like to apply a border throughout my table where my data is. So what I'm going to do is use a customized border this time. You want to left click inside of B14, holding your mouse down, drag it all the way across to K14. Continue to hold the click down and drag it all the way down until all of your information is highlighted. Okay, so now let's go up to our border section and get the drop down. Now this time we're going to customize our borders, so let's go into more borders. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is select my line style. And I'm just going to grab a simple thin line. Next I will select the color. I don't see the color that I need here, so I'm going to go into more colors. And I'm just going to grab a standard color. I'll get this dark green. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. Now I need to decide where I'm going to apply it. I'm going to apply it on the inside. So that pretty much covers all of my data. What I would like to do next is apply a different type of border on the outside. I want to go with a thick frame on the outside. So what I want to do next, leaving the color that I have, I want to go up and select the thick line. And this time I'm going to apply it to the outside. As you can see, judging from the image on the screen, you have the thin line on the inside with the thick frame on the outside. So let's go ahead and say OK and see how that looks on our page. So as you can see, it did execute my command as expected.
Okay, now that concludes the tutorial on borders. I hope you found this information helpful, and I will see you in the next video.